Cheetahs.
The Toyota Free State Cheetahs seized glory in the 2016 Currie Cup after scoring a perfect 10. An unblemished record securing a 5th title for the men from Bloemfontein and their loyal fans. The Cheetahs' evolution to Currie Cup champions did not come about overnight.
It took some time to change Free State Rugby. We started off 10 December 2012. The board said, let's redesign, refocus, redevelop Free State Rugby. We still then had the franchise with Crickets and Griffins and us, and that changed last year, which had a great effect on us, because then we could focus on the Cheetah brand and our own internal affairs and so on, specifically. Naka did a great job, but Franco came into the fold and started with a new approach.
Naka Drotsky called time on a successful 8-year stint as Cheetahs head coach in 2015, providing Franco Smith the opportunity to bring a fresh approach to the team.
The kind of personality of Franco, his approach to life, his the culture that he wanted to bring into the fold of Free State Rugby, discipline, all those things. We also believed in that, and it's important if your coach can bring that into the fold, then you can really develop that kind of culture.
The former Springbok fly-half had earned his coaching stripes with the Italian side Treviso before returning to Bloemfontein and finding immediate success with Shimlers in the Varsity Cup.
Franco had a fantastic season with the Shimlers team. They obviously went through an unbeaten season. And a lot of those players who played in that team from are actually playing for us now in both Currie Cup and Super Rugby.
Franco had the ability to bring youngsters in, to bring a new culture into it and a new pattern that they play. It worked out perfectly.
Smith's plans to shake up the status quo excited the Cheetahs management team.
So Franco came into fold and he said, look, I want to play a new kind of brand. I want to play running, exciting, winning rugby. And obviously we all thought that's the way to go, and we supported him 100% in that. That also took a bit of time, so he had to bring in a team. He selected players right from Varsity Cup.
When I came back from Italy in 2014, Naka actually asked me to be part of the Currie Cup group in 2014, and with the experience gained in Europe, I decided to have a look at Cheetah Rugby and see how we can make it different or better. At that stage, I felt that the amount of players that were playing in a competition weren't enough. So at that stage, the strategy was to contract 30 players, and it wasn't enough to compete in the Currie Cup. So how do you get more players? You go and work at it. I started off at Grey College to get these skill sets and attacking mindset also through to them. And then obviously after the Currie Cup in 2014, the Shimlers asked me if I can do the Varsity Cup. The opportunity to coach Shimlers was actually a great opportunity to start new and afresh and bring this mindset through and really have a dry run of what I think was needed to develop players in South African rugby.
The initial challenge was to change the players' mindsets to adapt to the new regime.
I think the way that we wanted to play in the Free State, attacking brand of rugby, I felt we needed to shift the mindset again into that direction. And I think that was the main thing for me to liberate the mindset a little bit.
In terms of gaining success out of playing a ball-in-hand approach or an expansive game, it was a process. We started playing this style of play last year in the Currie Cup. We did open up a lot of space. This style of play does open up a lot of space. The only challenge is it takes a while for the players to develop into the style of play. So last year's Currie Cup, we opened up a lot of space, a lot of balls didn't go to hand. And even in this year's Super Rugby competition, we saw a lot of opportunities go awry. But this year, obviously the pass is stuck, and I believe that the style of play is a difficult one to stop.
We get described as an expansive game plan, but it's actually simple. We don't take a lot of risks. We don't create. We only play what's in front of us, and there is a part of structure in there, but it's more about backing the team's ability to play together and to go play with no fear. was tough in the beginning because things didn't work out, but we needed to learn that when is it on, when can we do this, and we grew as a side.
We have an entertaining style of rugby playing. Just trying to get the ball in the wider channels, give the wingers and all the decision makers outside enough time with the ball and to make the decisions, and just to express ourselves on the field. It's really suited my playing style as well as a player. So it's been an awesome experience being at the Cheetahs for this time.
The new outlook showed signs of bearing fruit during the Toyota Cheetahs Vodacom Super Rugby campaign.
Of course, the Super Rugby is everybody's is a flag. It's a really important competition, and everybody wants to do well. But realistically, we've got to be patient in developing and growing a team. Super Rugby was part of it. Yes, ups and downs, of course, but we have had a lot of good games. We lost a lot of games within the 7-point margin. A lot of bonus points out of the competition, which means that we were competitive.
I think an area we really wanted to focus on was the mindset of the players. Going into the Super Rugby competition, we had most of our team were debutants. So what we wanted to do was change that mindset from being a Currie Cup team that was playing in Super Rugby to now a Super Rugby team that was playing in Currie Cup.
Franco Smith took the opportunity to expose a new generation of Cheetahs players to top-level rugby.
Franco hasn't been here that long, so the Super Rugby wasn't actually the target for the year. It was the Currie Cup. I just think we took a lot of all the positives of the Super Rugby into the Currie Cup, and it paid off.
The team played well, it's just that we just couldn't finish, and in Currie Cup we actually could. We were able to execute what we couldn't in the Super Rugby.
We actually did quite well in my terms, because our average was, I think, 3 tries per game. So we were there, but not there yet in terms of defense. It's just a lot of small errors that we needed to cut out. And yeah, we had faith and belief that we can win the Currie Cup.
So, it was all systems go for a full-on assault on the Currie Cup for the men from Bloem.
But we decided right from scratch we want to win the Currie Cup. I was a bit unsure whether we'll make it right through to the final and win it. Of course, you have to get past the Bulls and the Lions. But the team was so confident that they'll win the cup that we all said, well, let's do it.
Well, from the beginning we said we wanted to win the Currie Cup competition. We actually presented to the board, and in that presentation we actually put up 3 pictures of a Currie Cup final that took place between the Lions and Western Province, and we took 3 pictures, and we said to the guys that if we focused on our strategy and focused on the outcomes, this is what we could achieve.
Actually, at the beginning of the year, I told the guys, many of the guys, that listen, we are going to win the Currie Cup. We must just keep on believing, because we got everything. We've got the players, we've got the talent, and yeah, we must just keep on believing. It is kind of the small errors.
From day one, we were prepping to play in the finals. Every single match we took it as a final. So that's just the way we prepped.
The Cheetahs competition kicked off on the 6th of August with a trip to Wellington to face the Cavaliers.
I write something before every game, just a small note, and before the first game my heading of the note was in Afrikaans. It was die begin van die Currie Cup wenspan. So that was the picture from day one. I knew we had the talent, we just need to get together, start playing together as a team, and yeah, with grace we got the result.
And an opportunity, and Sergio Peterson steps beautifully, and the bounce of the ball favoured Free State, and Peterson in for his first try of this campaign.
Despite Sergio Peterson's early try, the Cheetahs went into halftime with the narrow 10-6 lead.
Half-time, when I walked in there, I felt we weren't performing at the level that we had set ourselves out. And I said, one of the main things was it's really important, to care about each other and to care about what the Free State supporters believe in. We need to show them that we care. It doesn't matter what the result's going to be, but the way we play must prove that we care. And I think that maybe was the change in the competition, that everybody decided, that it's more about it's about a lot more than just winning the rugby game. And I think embracing the responsibility that day helped us a lot during the competition.
Zalinger out the back for Benjamin, finds Rule. It's an excellent take from Rule, a brilliant handoff as well. That's a wonderful score from Raymond Rule. Fenter, wonderful burst of acceleration from the skipper, and here comes try number 3 for the Cheetahs. Fenter a little short of the ball, and there is the bonus point try. That's as expensive a dummy as you might ever see. So off the back from Meyer, and Fenter through the middle, stretching, and the try awarded. 34 points they scored in the second half, 4 tries.
I think that was the change of the Currie Cup. Coach Frankie came in and he asked us, or he told us, it doesn't look like ons gee om vir mekaar. So then everybody just, we were relaxed, looked at each other, and I just said, yeah, let's go out there, the result will come, and luckily everybody switched on and we got that result.
With 5 points in the bag from their trip to Wellington, the Cheetahs next faced the Bulls in Bloemfontein. Venter's men had a score to settle after conceding 57 points to their opponents in 2015.
Now, all the Bulls Cheetah games are always spectacular, so we expect them to be physical like always, but we did see last week, that their intentions are to move the ball around the field, so I think overall it can be quite an entertaining game.
There was a lot of hype because it was Toyota Day again, and we knew what the past Toyota Day did to the team, and beating them here is always special. The supporters came out and it was a packed stadium, first time for a few guys that has played in front of a few people here, and yeah, it was just a fun day, and yeah, everything worked right for us as well.
Good stop, still the home team, and there is a try by their captain, front of Venter. Zalinger, very flat in attack. Raymond Rule joins the line, gets offload. Clayton Blommakies will go all the way. Brilliantly done. Chair to Zalinger. William Small-Smith on the outside. William Small-Smith, an opportunity. Olenga chases Oxen Chair. As he on the pace over the 22. He's striding on. He'll go all the way. That try brings the crowd to their feet. Man, Kasim Zalinger, Raymond Rule looking for work. Front of Fenter finds space. Front of Fenter, inside pass. William Small-Smith. That try gets the 14,000 strong crowd here at the Free State Stadium on their feet. They drop the toy. Inside ball for Benjamin. Rainer Benjamin. Another good team try by the Free State Cheetahs. Classical performance by the home team.
It was really an important game for us to, show and prove to our support that we're back on track and we're growing and we are developing. But it was also a really important win for us to prove to ourselves, that we are capable of going all the way. We are capable of winning the Currie Cup, and that we are a much improved side. So, yeah, I think that must have been one of the more important games of the season.
Yeah, that's a major confidence boost for the guys and for the belief within the team and within the squad. To get a win over a team like the Bulls or the Lions so early on in the tournament boosted the guys.
The cherry on top of a massive win, a stunning try from Oxenchair. The young prop enjoying a breakout season for the Cheetahs.
Yeah, working with Ox is a great pleasure now. I had him at the Shimlas, obviously, and know a lot about. And I have had a lot of respect for his capability as a player. He's one player that you can clearly see the experience gained. He was really confident in the Currie Cup after experiencing the Super Rugby and competing against other international players, and so he really hit the Currie Cup running. And he scored a beautiful try, running 80 meters.
It's actually been quite like a learning curve for me, because I came right from the junior ranks, and all of a sudden, this year, I wasn't even expecting to make it up the ranks this quick. So it was actually quite exciting for me.
He'll go all the way!
I I just came from a scrum or something, then like it was turnover, so I was just walking back, then the ball just came my way, and hands came back to me, and there was space in front of me, I just took it. I always like back myself, so when I saw the space, I just decided, nah, I'm just gonna take it.
There was a massive setback as captain Francois Venter was struck down with injury.
I actually offloaded to William to score a try, and Ulrich Beyers, he fell on my ankle to a ligament in there, and yeah, it was a bit disappointing. I wanted to be a part of this Currie Cup the whole time, and I knew this is a special side from day one. So I always stayed part. I travelled with the team, did my part to wherever I could.
Scrum half Tion Meyer captained the side the following week as they travelled to Newlands.
That's a beautiful line, and Nico Lee is going in under the posts. Brilliant from the Cheetahs. Cover tackle just about there, and Meyer! The Cheetahs have come to Cape Town and done the business. That's 2 away wins to go along with their home win in round 3.
We decided we're going to go there, just to win the game, and it's only the only game where we didn't score enough tries to win with a bonus point. So you could clearly see what our strategy was and what our attitude was in that game. It was just to come away with a win at all costs, and the way we conducted ourselves, like as if we played a final, was heartwarming. We just went out there and played our guts out, and that was an important point of reference to look back coming to the semi-finals and the finals to remind ourselves that we've achieved big goals already, and it is possible.
Fly half Fred Zeilinger named man of the match after kicking his side to victory.
I'm just happy the team won tonight. I think the guys deserve it. It's been a hard Super Rugby for us, and finally we can get a win here at Newlands. It's not something easy, but I'm very happy with the win.
Fred had an excellent day with the boot. Like he's one of the guys that really performed consistently well during the season, and it was quite ironic that he didn't play in the semi-final and the final. But the way we approached that specific game and how certain games suits different players was one of the things that I've taken out of that game specifically.
After enjoying a bye week, the Cheetahs hosted the Kings and put them to the sword.
We were always measuring ourselves against ourselves. We weren't actually competing against the Bulls. It doesn't matter whether you play a small union or a big union, it's all about us improving and getting better.
Seilinga, Blommetjies, Rule, lovely hands, beautiful play. Nico Lee gets in for their first try. They're a metre short, are they over? Yes, they are. A little drive around the fringes for Tom Buerta to get in for the try. Seilinga with the wide ball to Paul Schoeman. Comes in field, hands off the first man, runs over the next, scores the try.
It's only a tackle, no offside.
Nico Lee, lovely hands from Clayton Blommetjies. Paul Schoeman, will he get in? Yes, he will. He gets in for his second. Paul Schoeman, he's had an absolutely superb season the whole year through. Vechner, Marais, Rule, lovely hands from Rule. Has he got over Marais? Very, very close. Yes, he has. Flings it infield. Charles Marais running free. Nico Lee, who's had a really good game. He kicks it forward. Will he get there? Sprint race between him and Sampi Masjid. He gets there. That's Nico Lee. What a score from the centre. He tops off a very good performance this afternoon for this Free State Cheetahs team. Nico Lee.
We knew that the Kings would pose a different challenge, but we also wanted to lift our standard. After the lack of scoring tries against Western Province, we decided we're going to really up our tempo and see if we can't produce a bit more complete performance.
The Cheetahs travel to Durban next with everything to play for. It's 1 versus 2 on the log as we head towards the business end of the competition. Kadebe, Estate, decides to kick, it's charged up by Van der Spey, and Van der Spey makes no mistake!
Yes, what a great try by the Cheetahs.
Another big shot there from the Cheetahs as the Sharks disappear, and Meyer goes through. Does he get through 3 players? If he he did. It is a remarkable individual try. Not held. And he carries him going. He goes over the line. Is he there? He says he's happy. Larson gets it out to Koenbos. Stopped just short. Back out. Larson goes back inside. And a break there. And it looks like it's over. Is it Clenance? It is. It's over. And quickly taken there by Sean Venter. He's got a man on his outside. Does he need him? He doesn't. The Cheetahs strike.
Oh, the orange machine is on fire.
What a performance from the Cheetahs.
Yeah, look, it's still a long road ahead. You can't focus on the end result yet. You take each step at a time and focus on each game.
A second try of the season for Isaac Kasim, who was excelling in his first year in Bloemfontein.
Yeah, it's excellent as a flashback, you know. I don't actually think of the tries, but if the opportunity is there, you have to take it. Coach Frankel always believes in, you need to keep the momentum. And I just saw the space, and you know, the game's all attacking is all about attacking the space, you know. And there was space, and just took the ball and went for it.
For Kasim, it's easy to pinpoint what drew him to the Cheetahs.
No, I think the type of rugby they played, I love the style, running rugby, attacking rugby. I think that's what caught my attention. It took us a step of faith, and yeah, the rest is history.
Franco Smith's Cheetahs unbeaten 5 games into the season, with the quest for a home semi-final still firmly on track.
I can remember clearly that that game, you know, was a wet day, and we needed to apply a lot of pressure. They had to win at home, and they wanted to stay on top of the table because they were leaders at that stage. And we knew that we got to be excellent at putting them under pressure, and I think that we did. We scored 2 turnover tries, which put us in a good position, especially in a wet weather game. It's difficult to come from behind, and we kept on applying the pressure. And after the game in the change room, I actually told the guys, you know, the significance of that specific game was that we now can really start believing that we can go to the next level, and that we are better than we have given ourselves credit for. So it was important, you know, to make another step forward in our belief in finishing the competition on a high.
The men from the City of Roses hosted the Lions in round 7, knowing that victory would secure a semi-final.
The Cheetahs, the only unbeaten side in the Currie Cup Premier Division thus far, leading the competition, host the Golden Lions. Both sides like to play running rugby. They give air to the ball, ruck and run style. I expect there to be a game with a lot of points.
Centre, Marev. Benjamin, Rule. Oh, he's got rid of his man, Raymond Rule. Great try by the winger. The handoff was the big thing. That's forward. When he comes at that sort of pace, the 109-kilogram player, there's no stopping him. Oh, here goes Janssen van Rensburg again. Looks on the inside, finds Robbie Kutsia. Try number 2. Clark came here expecting this. At the moment, the Lions are running the Cheetahs ragged, but the Cheetahs aren't finished yet, believe me. Centre. Good build-up this for Marais to launch, and he's done it well. Was that offside? No, it wasn't. Super try by Reniel Hugo.
We knew we had to put a super performance. We were down at half-time. I've never seen the team coming back into the change room with so much control. They were not nervous. There was still the same fire, and they knew that if they keep on knocking on the door, there will be opportunities, and I think we took them in the second half.
And it's out for Fenter. Sean Fenter gets the Cheetahs close up. Well worked out by Van Jaarsveld. Then Besson, here goes Jordan. Great tackle there, but it's Nico Lee who's there. And then the Brainer Benjamin. Try for the Cheetahs and a bonus point. What a comeback by the home side.
Well, we just had to stick to our game plan, and we just carried on playing, and we played for one another, and we started believing in each other.
We actually in the change room afterwards said to each other, this is how it feels to compete at Super Rugby as well. So we took that sensation and that physical exhaustion, if I can put it in that way, forward. We knew that we have to push our limits also physically to win.
Yeah, you need to improve every week in and week out, you know. And the thing with the team and the squad is we improved every week, and that's how the results went our way.
An interesting change saw Neil Murray come into the side for Fred Zeilinger at fly half.
Yeah, I actually got worried a little bit because we knew that we're getting closer to the semi-final and finals, and if something would happen to Fred, we wouldn't have had anybody else with some game time, you know, and it's an important part of the team, important role that he's got. So I decided to bring Neil back from injury. That game he was for me important. He actually did really well. I think also the way that we wanted to play against the Lions at that specific game was important to have a guy that plays a little bit more like a centre.
Murray retaining the number 10 jersey for the following week's match against the Pumas, with the skipper returning from injury to take his place in the midfield.
I knew I needed to come in the team to contribute and not just to be part, because we've been informed the whole season. So I knew the Pumas game would be a great time to get back. Because I'm stepping in Nico Lee's shoes, and he really played well this Currie Cup. And a guy like William Smith who was replaced, I really feel for him because he's been playing well as well. It doesn't matter who we picked, every guy performed. So being back in that Puma side or against the Pumas, I remember getting in there, started. I was a bit unfit, but the guys carried me through and scored a try in that game, and it was everything about the guys. The team came first and they made it easy.
Round 8 clash on the go here in Bombela Stadium. An advantage for the Free State. Sean Venter. Long pass out as Murray. Now Benjamin. He hangs on, he dots down. Reino Benjamin. Hugo brings it down. Good set from the driving maul that should go all the way. And over Uzair Kasim, the try scorer. Sean Venter on the right-hand side. Clayton Blomeke, soft hands. Renier Hugo gets the offload. And it's Paul Skuman, the try scorer. That is a great team try from the Free State Cheetahs. Front of Venter come through. Now Clayton Blomeke says he got the pace back in field to Sergio Peterson. The offload, the dot down. Boy, he looks good. Cross kick from Benjamin. Paul Skuman. Another try. Sean Venter quickly taken. Over. Try number 6 for the Free State Cheetahs. Z Kabela finds Clayton Blomeke finds Nico Lee. The offload is brilliantly done. Neil Jordan gets that pass out wide. Reino Benjamin. That is a hat-trick for Reino Benjamin. What a performance by the Free State Cheetahs, picking up points, valuable points away from home.
We're moving closer and closer to those knockout stages, and well, you can't help feeling that this Free State Cheetahs team will be very, very hard to beat. 8 tries tonight to the 1 of the Pumas, and they've continued that form, that momentum, which they will carry on into the knockout stages. They've come out on top at Bombela Stadium by 52 points to 10.
So once we set off in the Currie Cup, I did ask our main objective, and that was to be consistent in what we do and to perform consistently. So we measured ourselves against ourselves, and I think that was really important. So the result of the games was just a result of our hard work and trying to concentrate on what we can control.
A visit from Griquas rounded off the league campaign for the men in orange.
It's the final game of qualifiers, but everybody in Bloemfontein is happy they've finished top of the log. Griquas in all sorts of trouble here. Eventually, Sean Venter's going to have to play that ball. It's a penalty try. Taken in by Murray. Down the line from Lee. And the Cheetahs are full of running now. Here's their captain. Lovely linking between the two centres. This is Nico Lee. Does so well to just hold that ball, looking for a support runner. Kasim gives it to Nche. Lovely line from Neil Yadan. What a move this is. He gets the pass away, and Uzair Kasim gets the try for the Cheetahs.
That is excellent work from the Cheetahs team, but how good was that combination between the two centres?
Here's Murray. This is where the try started. Lee gives it. And there's Francois Fenter back to Nico Lee. He's broken another tackle. Oh, this is looking as if it might get ugly for Griquas. Straight down the middle goes Sean Fenter. He's leading them a merry race. And there is try number 3.
Well, it's festival stuff here from the Free State Cheetahs.
Raymond Rule calling for the ball and gets the ball. What a little pass from Raymond Rule. And the try is scored by Henko Fenter. That's the bonus point. Oh, lovely stepping from Plummer-Keys. Looks for the pass, gets one away, and Francois Fenter is brought down with a high tackle. That's what the advantage is for. Taken quickly, and Neil Murray scores. Fenter, Lee. Oh, missed tackle from Aronsa, and Nico Lee will score. Straight over the top, taken by Ranil Kuko. One-on-one, Sean Fenter skins his opposite number.
It's Torsten van Jaarsveld waiting at the back. Cheetahs are going, and van Jaarsveld breaks off. And it's a try for the Cheetahs. As Clayton Blomqvist gets the offload away. And the Cheetahs, that's fantastic work. They're just holding on to that ball. And Raymond Rule, what a try to finish the game off.
Up till now, we've really been good, but next week it's going to be a semi-final. It's going to be a tough game, and now everyone is on the same page. You know, it's knockout rugby now, so we're going to have to work from the beginning and prepare for the Lions.
We were never satisfied. There was still a lot of opportunities, especially we started very well in that game, but we didn't finish everything. We had actually a close second half between us, although we ran away with the score. But yeah, attacking-wise, we scored 2 long-range tries from the kick-off, and the guys just started to play what's in front of them.
After the break, the Toyota Free State Cheetahs get down to the serious business of knockout rugby. Welcome back to our look at the Toyota Free State Cheetahs' run to Currie Cup glory. The defending champions were in town for the semi-final, with everything to play for as the tournament entered its knockout phase.
It was a nerve-wracking semi-final for the team, but the whole year, the whole feeling around the team was nobody's going to beat us. We didn't stress about it. It just felt, okay, listen, even if they get an early start or anything, it's just as if everything is going to go for us. So the vibe was positive the whole time, and especially in that game, the way we played and the way we kept the ball and our composure on attack and defence really made a statement.
I'm not a big believer of the past and about confidence and about all that experience talks. I believe on the day, the 15 players who use the opportunities and who obviously handles the pressure the best is the team that will get over the line.
Well, first of all, mentality plays a big part. Not a mentality, the right mentality. And I think you need to experience that. You need to know the difference between the right and the wrong attitude.
Fenter again, Francois Fenter that time. Kasim, great little bit of work there. I think Sergio Peterson with that electrifying pace. Dribble, score! Breaking 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Now extending that defence again. Beautiful pass away for Lee. And immediately the Cheetahs are back into action as they were in the first half. Wonderful pick-up. This could be a try here for the Cheetahs. Wonderful run forward. And could you have imagined a better start? Skuman, but has a little space here for Kutsia. when he gets it out to Mahuza. And the Lions have taken 49 minutes to score. Beautiful ball away. Here goes Kwagga Smith. Men on the outside. It happens to be Mahuza. Well, a length of the field try. This is Blommerkeys. It's Benjamin again. No, it's not. It's Clayton Blommerkeys. They're turning it on and turning it on and turning it on. Are the Cheetahs. Venter said this will be a running hat trick for Sergio Peterson. $55 points for the Cheetahs. Bob's a huge win.
And it's a massive win. What a great evening. People that came out to see this spectacular is brilliant. I didn't expect this, to be honest. So all credit to the players, you know, buying in and working really, really hard.
I think from the outset and go, we were up for it and ready for the battle. Everything went our way. That the guys were mentally switched on, and at that stage of the tournament, all the wins during the league didn't count. Only that game, because if you lose, you're out of it. If you win, you go through to the finals. And the guys' just confidence and belief were right out there.
We thought actually it was going to be quite a close game. So we were also just surprised, like, oh wow, we can actually do this. Like, I remember halftime coming to the changing room, and everyone was just like, boys, we can do this. We can go all the way, and we just did it. I think everything just went into place because we literally just prepped the whole week like we did for any other match in the sun. You know, but I think everyone understood that. You know, if we lose this, then the whole season wouldn't have mattered to us.
All glory to God. I must say that day was absolutely special. I mean, if I think back, I think the final was really special as well, but that day was, everything just worked out very well. If I think back over my career, one game in a season or maybe two games in a season, you really get the team to fire everybody at the same stage, and that was just one of those games where everything worked out well. I was really excited about the way we did play with the control that we had, but I must say, you know, it must have been more than just coaching that day. I think the players were excellent, and I'm really grateful because that really set the tone for the final.
To get that result in the semi-final is always nice, but after that, everybody knew it's still 80 minutes left against the Bulls, and to have a complete season.
A hat-trick for Sergio Peterson, whose irresistible performance served notice that he was ready to make the step up to international rugby.
Whenever you do something good at the start of your game, you always have that confidence that you know, and it makes you a lot calmer when it comes to making other decisions while you're playing throughout the game. So I think getting the try so early in the game was a great confidence booster for myself and the team. I don't actually know how I caught the ball because I was like fingertip stuff, and the second one was Ranil kicked the ball and I just chased it. Franco always says we shouldn't make the right decision. We should just make a decision, and then everyone will just back the decision from the decision maker. So I just think we just backed each other in the semi-final, and everything just worked out.
Look, Sergio has been an integral part of the competition. I don't like singling out players, so he played his part well and he did what he was asked to, but he did it really well, and he did it with confidence, and he got back. I think he came back from injury. He was not involved in the games before, so he came back and really proved, you know, that he's a quality player, and we were really grateful that he had the opportunity, and he finished all three opportunities very well.
The Currie Cup final returning to Bloemfontein for the first time since the Cheetahs triumphed in 2007. On a day, current director of rugby Rory Duncan led the side on the field.
A lot of what happened during the Currie Cup campaign this year reminded me of back in 2007. You know, the team spirit, the atmosphere. You know, we had something special back in 2007, and I could see it being recreated now. Bloemfontein came alive. You know, we saw businesses with flags hanging from their roofs. We saw, you know, all the car dealers in town had this big drive-through where they came through the stadium and drove through the town in support of us.
Just driving around in Bloemfontein, you just see people coming up to you, speaking to you, asking you about what the feeling like in the camp leading up towards the final. It was just the whole buzz around the final, semi-final period was just amazing in Bloemfontein.
It was just amazing. I mean, tickets were sold out on that Wednesday already. We have sold 19,000 tickets online for the first time, and at the end we had to find extra tickets for people that still wanted to come and see the game and so on. But I must say, right from that Monday, I sort of believed that we'll win the cup. The confidence in the team and the coaches and the people around them, and everything was just pointing in the right direction. Everything was just like, we're going to win this game.
As excitement built in the City of Roses, the players themselves prepared as though it was any other week.
It was literally like any other week. Did our stuff, went through our stuff, just focus on ourselves and the team. We went to go do the job on Saturday.
We literally did what we did every single week. Maybe a bit of PR extra, but we did what we did from day one.
Coach Frank always said, you start preparing for a final from day one. So yeah, we were already mentally up for it.
The first time I was involved in a Currie Cup final in 1994, actually we were so happy to be part of it that we forgot to play the final in the end. And therefore, a lesson learned back then was that you prep for a final from day one and not in the week of a final. So our mindset was pretty much similar to what we've been doing up to now. There's no need to motivate anybody to play in a Currie Cup final. Players, you know, were brilliant in their approach, level-headed and calm.
124 years ago, the Currie Cup was presented for the first time, and since then we've had many, many wonderful occasions on this day. The two most successful sides in the Absa Currie Cup this year, the Free State Cheetahs unbeaten, the Blue Bulls losing to the Free State Cheetahs in the round robin.
10 years since the Cheetahs last played in the final. You can smell the excitement, the fear, the tension.
Not important, but that important is just, you know, honor for us to be a part of this, you know, rich tradition and playing in a Currie Cup final. You know, 47,000 people. What more do you want?
It's really important to, you know, to just do what we've been doing. Not let we said this week nothing's going to faze us, and just going to try and keep on working hard. And at our game, doesn't matter what the Bulls bring, we must just do our stuff well.
There's no pressure on the Bulls. The pressure is on the Cheetahs.
Yeah.
They play at home and they're unbeaten, so you know we're not guilty on this one.
I think from the whistle blew from the start, the first kickoff, it was electrifying. See the stadium full, singing the national anthem. Yeah, everything was just set out for us.
But yeah, it was immense. It was an undescribable feeling to be able to play a final here and just ticking all our boxes that we started with in the beginning of the Currie Cup.
We went into that game with confidence, and I think we just had to keep the patience, and sooner rather than later, like things would have opened up for us, and it did. So we just stuck to our structures and stuck to our game plan and just back each other 100% on the day.
Blommetjes. Now Sergio Peterson is surging on his outside. Good tackle there by Ulrich Bayers.
Brilliant start. We're in for a cracker.
Well, it's turned immediately. Beautiful strike. Good start for the Free State Cheetahs. The 3 points was a formality. So the Blue Bulls are sticking in this game.
A tryless first 40 saw the Cheetahs go into half-time with an 18-9 lead.
Now, obviously, I know that the final is played different. Both sides are really up for it, very excited, and sometimes a little bit more nervous than usually. So that was, you always see that in the first 40. I felt that we asked questions on the defense more regularly than the opposition did to us. So there was slight control in that regard, and that gave me confidence. And I knew that the last 20 minutes, the side that's going to maintain that intensity will end up well, and I think that was actually how it worked out.
We started actually well, but we didn't get the points on the board or the tries. But the whole time the feeling was we are in control. We asked a lot of questions of their defense, and yeah, we just kept at it. At the end, the wall broke.
Here we go, 40 minutes left. Interception by Woodendal. Now it's a running race. He's got a linger on the inside. Now they come. He finds Piet van Zyl. Piet van Zyl, and you're done. Gets him out.
Oh, it's end to end. Edge of the chair stuck. The Free State fans are off their seats, and he's exhausted. Opportunity lost for the Blue Bulls. Incredible, the chase back. Sublime.
They get the ball out left on the bounce. Raymond Rule, now it's with Venter. Francois Venter. Blakes. The crowd in raptures.
And that is now a commanding lead for the home team.
Little dummy dive score.
Well, there's hope.
Zeilinger. Oh, he's right to. Now he's got Peterson with him. This should be on here. This could wrap it up. Sergio Peterson goes over the line. And the crowd now are in raptures.
Sergio Peterson, take a bow.
Their defense has been outstanding. Their attack has been outstanding. Their coach has been great. Their captaincy has been great.
The Cheetahs are triumphant in 2016.
Yeah, no, obviously excited here inside. It's bursting of pride and joy, and so obviously, yeah, brilliant. Yeah, thank you very much, and I must say, thanks to everybody supporting and all the crowd that come out. One of my dreams was to play this stadium full, and we succeeded. So, thanks for coming out and believing in what we're doing here.
Yeah, it's difficult to describe. Satisfying, feeling blessed. I don't know, when you reach something like that with the guys that mean so much to you, I think it's more emotional, and everybody just turned around. We didn't know what to do, just gave hugs to everybody, and yeah, it was unbelievable.
It's hard to find words for it, because in my first big final, and for most of the guys, because we were such a young side, we had all the lows and we had the highs, and just to reap the rewards for all the hard work the guys had put in from the pre-season last year already, to get the reward now only in October, end of October, was amazing.
I don't know, you can't explain the feeling. You're just speechless. You're amazed. I don't know, it's amazing.
I can almost not describe it in words. It was so wonderful for me. I jumped up and down and shouted and thanked the good Lord and the players, and we hugged, and I saw a lot of tears. It's very emotional.
Glory for the Cheetahs in the world's oldest provincial rugby competition, a feat celebrated throughout the Free State.
It was a build-up for this team, and if you look at the team at the end of the day, it was youngsters that played. Nico Lee, and Neil Jordan, Neil Marais, and they played World Cup rugby the previous year. But Franco succeeded in building a very special team with confidence. They played like stars. It's all about the culture in the team, the spirit in the team, the way you play.
Growing up in South Africa, watching the Currie Cup, and you play rugby at school, and you make provincial sides, and your dream is to one day play in the Currie Cup match. And just to win the final I think it was awesome. It was just like everything you ever dreamed about.
To have a full stadium to sell out, after 3 days of selling tickets for the final, I don't think it's been done for a very long time. I believe that it's put the Cheetahs in a different light.
Just to see everybody happy, getting all the support again is amazing, and that's one of our goals we had at the start, and just blessed that we could do it.
The Currie Cup safely in the trophy cabinet at the Free State Stadium. But for Franco Smith's men, this is only the beginning.
It's going to be important for us now to go to the next level. We've started, and we know we are realistic, that we know that Super Rugby is a step up from where we were. So a lot of things to work on. every facet of our play needs to go to another level.
You know, we're still a very young team. We've got a lot of players that have only played one Super Rugby campaign, 2 Currie Cup campaigns under their belt, so player retention becomes very important for us. We've managed to retain all the players from Currie Cup, okay, and in terms of Super Rugby this year, we only lost 1 or 2 players, which for us at the Cheetahs is quite an achievement.
We've got the players, we've got the talent, we are young, the guys will most possibly fitter. I think this Currie Cup was just the start of many things to come. We've got all the goods here to pull it through and have actually a great Super Rugby.
The structures are in place. We just have to follow it as a team and just back each other 110% on that field. And you know, we've got the backing of the coaching staff and the whole executive here at the Free State, so we just need to go out there and do our part on the field.
In the beginning we said we don't just want to be successful, we want to be significant. So that's still part of it. We need to put this Currie Cup behind us and start over. I think we can take the confidence and the continuity into Super Rugby, but it's a whole different competition, and there's still a lot of work to be done, but I think there's no reason that we can't be successful. We can't limit ourselves, and we don't want to place a limit on ourselves. So as a team, we just want to go out there, be better every week, and just play to our ability and enjoy it.
A unique culture in the professional era, undoubtedly contributing to the Cheetahs' long overdue success.
You know, the Cheetahs culture is it's quite simply, Bloemfontein is a relatively small city. You know, the players generally live 5 minutes from each other, and while they're here, they live in each other's pockets. You know, they spend a lot of time together. It's a very tight-knit team, and in terms of our attitudes, you know, we focus on humility. We don't like arrogant guys. We're not an arrogant team. We stay humble, and I believe that's one of the keys to our success. And you know, something that you'll hear Franco say, and he says it quite often, good people make good rugby players. And we focus on developing good individuals, and in turn we get good rugby players.
Good people makes good players, and I believe that rugby is a vehicle that's dealt to players to touch other people's lives. And I think from that regard is the way we play and coach here. I believe that we are here to make a difference, even if it's in each other's careers, but also to grow a sport that so many people love in South Africa and use as motivation for their daily lives. So we're humbly part of it, because we know how quickly it gets taken away from you. Injuries or bad luck or whatever the situation might be, you never know where you're going to be the next week in this game, and that is how life's about.
10 out of 10 for the Toyota Free State Cheetahs in the 2016 Currie Cup. Full marks for a side that played expansive, exciting rugby with pace and passion. Great reward for a humble team with lofty ambitions to make a significant impact on South African rugby. The new year is full of promise as the men in orange resume their chase for perfection.
Cheetahs champions 2016.